More than 6,000 Israeli soldiers have sustained physical injuries in the war against Hamas. Experts fear a second wave of damage will hit after the firing finally stops. That's why organizations are preparing to help soldiers deal with post-traumatic stress. National security correspondent Caitlin Burke has this report.
From sleepless nights to crippling flashbacks, Israeli soldiers return from combat with invisible wounds that are every bit as devastating as physical injuries. Many see post-traumatic stress as the next battlefront, and veteran-led organizations across Israel are mobilizing for what they call the wave after the war.
Everyone who takes their own life, everyone who is debilitated in their ability to engage with family and friends and society as a result of what they witnessed and what they experienced is an ongoing casualty of the war that Hamas began.
And so the fight continues, not against terrorists, but despair, a psychological war Israelis are no less determined to win.
We are honored and prepared to be a part of that healing process.
As executive director of American Friends of Israeli Navy SEALs, Robbie Brenner partners with Israel's Atalef Foundation to support these traumatized vets on three main fronts: one-on-one assistance for Navy SEALs and their families, communal activities like retreats and hikes, and an outreach program called Buddy Line, which pairs SEAL volunteers with those struggling from other military units, then gets them out on the water for therapeutic activities like surfing, sailing, and scuba diving.
These programs bring them out of their homes, reconnect them with individuals and broader society in a way that allows them to begin to address their post-traumatic stress and to move forward in their lives.
Former Israeli Navy SEAL Gal HaKohen takes part weekly in an extreme kayaking group.
I think that going out there on the kayak and having this sort of non-formal community where it's not something where I come and I need to start talking about the way my parents treated me in my childhood or the way my team did in this or that. It's more about fun and it's about being active.
Still, he says bonds are inevitably created.
Some of the guys are a little bit older, a little bit younger. Everybody has their own story. There's really a great connection that is forming in this group.
HaKohen also found help in video production-based therapy, something he's now combined with his kayaking and hopes to offer others who are struggling.
I'm filming while I'm on the kayak, so it could be a way for me to get out in the water and be active and use the camera. Or if somebody is at home, depressed, and you say, well, you can walk and you can take pictures of your walk, take video of your walk.
Alongside the efforts of these two organizations, another network is helping IDF veterans transform their pain into purpose. Brothers for Life began in 2007 with a single soldier walking into a hospital room and saying to another, "I was in that bed, you will live again."
In that moment, it was so obvious to me that he could do something for these injured soldiers that no one else on the planet could do.
After witnessing that event, Rabbi Chaim Levine became a co-founder of Brothers for Life, which partners a newly injured soldier with a mentor who has survived and overcome the same injury.
This is the essence of Brothers for Life, is to not just help them get their life back, but to help them dream again. And accomplish those dreams in ways that they never thought they could.
Since October 7th, Brothers for Life has deployed hundreds of mentors to hospitals across Israel.
We've had to basically garner all our resources and say, we need to focus right now on the severely injured and the moderately injured, and we're bringing them all into Brothers for Life. So we're going to triple in size. We've had 22,000 hospital visits since this war started.
While physical injuries have been severe, Levine says the emotional trauma is unprecedented.
Cruelty and the barbarism of the terrorists was worse than, honestly, it was worse than the Nazis. The soldiers who had to witness that, who tried to save these civilians, mothers, children, babies, that PTSD is like something we haven't seen before.
Snir Pilas suffered injuries during Israel's 2014 war in Gaza. He sees those physical wounds as minor compared to the invisible battle he continues to fight.
I was the commander, and I felt so much guilt for sending them to the battle, guilt for asking them to join me for fighting.
After being connected to Brothers for Life, Pilas began to find healing by helping others.
Going into a commander bed in the hostel and tell him, dude, I know what you've been through. I was there. I felt the same thing about my soldiers.
For those living with post-traumatic stress, healing isn't a finish line, it's a lifelong battle. October 7th reopened old wounds when Pilas and thousands of other Israeli reservists once again answered the call to defend their homeland.
The only difference that in this war was that in my right pocket, my wife put the pacifier of my kid.
After returning home, he feels even more determined to help advance the mission of Brothers for Life.
I want to find more funding for these soldiers. I want to send them to the best doctors in the States or anywhere on the globe. I want them to deal with the PTSD.
Right now, Israel remains a country under an umbrella of trauma. One day, though, that physical battle will end, and people like these will be ready to fight for each mind and spirit affected, one connection at a time. Caitlin Burke, CBN News, Washington.
Well, the U.S. Army learned all the way back in World War II, if you take anyone and put them into combat after 260 days, they're going to have trouble with it. We call it PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. I don't think disorder is the right word, because anyone faced with that will end up with post-traumatic symptoms. And they need help, and they need people to come alongside them. If you want to know more information about what the IDF is doing, these various groups that are trying to help those soldiers, they've been in continuous combat more than 260 days. The things that they've seen as a result of that combat are absolutely horrific. So if you want more information, just go to cbnnews.com. Now, on the civilian population side, CBN Israel is stepping up. We are forming links with the Trauma Coalition of Israel, a group of dedicated professionals who are psychiatrists and psychologists. Hebrew University has started a whole training program on this. Regent University has come alongside, has already done several training for first responders in how to recognize post-traumatic symptoms, how to effectively deal with individuals that are going through it, because it can absolutely paralyze you. And so for the residents who survived in the Gaza envelope, there are numerous cases. How do we stand with them, and how do we support them? Regent University did it in the month after the attack, is still doing it. CBN Israel is there. We have a whole area dedicated to the use of the Trauma Coalition. We're training up professionals in how to deal with it. If you want to be a part of supporting that, give to CBN Israel. It's real simple. Call us, 1-800-700-7000. You can write CBN Israel in the memo line of a check. Send it to us at CBN Center, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 23463, or you can just go to cbn.com. There's a place there where you can designate your gift. Either way, do it now. Be a part of helping people in need. 1-800-700-7000.